Well, we're at PAX. Hi, PAX here. Early morning. Well, it's like 1 o'clock. Okay, but at the same time, just got here. I'm about to go get some food, and then I think we're gonna walk around for a bit. Maybe go to some panels, do something like that. I really want crepes so badly. That's the one thing. Crepes. I like crepes. Listen, they're called crepes. I've been to France. Okay, I know this. All right, and they're great, and I'm gonna get some. Okay. It's me. I'm back again to do another video. This is my post-PAX reaction video. So I was at PAX for all 5 days, which I can't even believe it. I can't even believe that I was there for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. PAX this year was unbelievable. I mean, it was... Every year at PAX is sort of unbelievable. Every year is overwhelming, and it's huge, and it's big, and it's loud, and it's overstimulating. It was all that. It was all that, and also there were dinosaurs and cosplayers, and I hung out with my friends most of the weekend, which made the weekend so much better than last year when I was by myself. And I also hosted a panel. So last year I went for 1 day, I was by myself, I was really overwhelmed, and I didn't have any fun. And then this year I went with my friends, I hosted a panel, and I cosplayed, like, all first for me. And also I stayed for the entire length of time at PAX. So PAX is here in Seattle, and the weather was kind of meh the entire time. It was really, really gray and overcast and rainy, which was actually kind of great. I know that I just said it was meh, but it is meh. Like, that kind of weather is meh. Like, it's not good weather, it's not sunny weather, it's like meh. It's like meh. But it was a really nice break from how hot it was earlier in the summer. In the summer it was really hot. It was like 90 degrees outside, and it was broiling, and it was super uncomfortable, and everybody was naked. It was just naked hippies everywhere. It was terrible. It was like naked hipsters to the left of me, naked hippies to the right of me. It was a nightmare. So it was not a good summer for me. But the minute that the weather started to get cold and gray and rainy, I was like, this is it. This is my weather. This is why I moved to the Pacific Northwest, so that I could get all gray and ashen. It's just so good. I'm just a vampire. So I dressed up like Chun-Li, ran into a whole bunch of really awesome friends of mine, which was great. And basically, when you come into PAX, it's like full steam ahead. Like, the convention begins at 10 a.m., which is way too fucking early. That's a ridiculous time to begin a convention, and it's on. Like, you have to show up as soon as the doors open so that you can get first in line to get into different sort of booths so that you can demo games and things like that. And so people would show up at 10 a.m. as soon as the doors open so that they could put their names on a list so that they could get in to demo a game. This year was overwhelmingly VR related. It was overwhelmingly a VR experience, which is also, this is gonna be, I was gonna do like how much fun I had at PAX and then also like things I would change about PAX, but we're just gonna mix those things together. Like there was good and bad. It was way too early. You had to arrive there right at 10 a.m., which sucked for me because of the fact that at the hotel convention I was at my house. Instead of spending all that money on a hotel, I just slept in my own bed because I love my bed and I didn't want to pay for a hotel. So I couldn't be there as early as everybody else, which is, I guess, my problem. I guess it's not really PAX's problem, but why 10 a.m.? Like, why? Especially since you have so many parties, after parties that happen at PAX, that go on until like 2 a.m. So this is why you have all these guys that show up at PAX who haven't showered because they don't have the time. They're partying and then they're sleeping and they're waking up at like 9 a.m. so they can get to PAX. It's just ridiculous. I don't know. We're not farmers. Like, we don't have to wake up when the sun rises. It's ridiculous. And then the expo floor, which is like the floor where all the shit is, closed at 6. So it was like 6 o'clock. Like, so what would happen would be is that it would close at 6 and there was this mass exodus, right? There was this mass exodus of people leaving the expo floor and trying to go find something to eat. So when we went right across from the convention center is a cheesecake factory, and when we went to the cheesecake factory after the expo floor closed, the wait time was 2 hours and 45 minutes. It was insane. It was insane because everybody was trying to find food at the same time. It was just ridiculous. But at the same time, there was really great promos for stuff. I got to ride a dinosaur. I don't know if I've already mentioned that, but I got to ride a dinosaur, which was great. That was cool. The panel was amazing. My panel this year was with my two friends, and we did a POC online. It was basically like how to navigate building a community and being POC, a person of color, online, and navigating all of that, like navigating all the racism and all the classism and the harassment, and then also building your own community, like building a community of people who are like you, who enjoy the things that you enjoy, but who also come from similar backgrounds than you do, instead of you having to be forced to assimilate to a culture that you don't feel comfortable to. The response was really great, especially since the panel was at the same time as the PewDiePie, Jacksepticeye, and Markiplier panel, which was like way better than our panel. And the people showed up, and it was great. So we met some really awesome people. The other con about this con, ooh, I didn't do that on purpose, is the fact that it was really heavily centered on VR. So basically, when you have a whole bunch of people lined up for VR, it's not like a group experience like when you have other video games. So you have other video games you can share controllers, everybody can watch, and it's this sort of public, communal experience. When you're in VR, like, you're just watching a dude with a headset on, and it's like not that interesting. It's not that exciting. It's kind of weird, and most VR experiences are it's such an internal sort of, what's the word I'm trying to look for? It's such a focused individual experience that you're having that it's not. So anyway, two people while I was at PAX asked me if I was into video games, which is so absurd. Like, why would I show up to PAX, which is ridiculously hard to get into, ridiculously stressful and expensive, spend 5 days there in a sweaty convention hall around strangers if I didn't play video games? Like, you think I have nothing better to do with my life? I mean, I don't, but that doesn't mean that you know that. It was just, that was very strange. It happens every place I go. Every place I go, do you play video games? Do you read comic books? Do you watch anime? Like, go to an anime convention. Do you watch anime? Go to a comic book convention. Do you read comic books? Go to a horror movie convention. Do you watch horror? Like, what am I doing here? What am I, do you think? Alright, we're gonna anyway, I will be returning to PAX 2017. Hopefully I'll be able to get in and get more footage, interview some people. I really wanted to interview Mika Burton, and I didn't get a chance to catch her, not for a single second. And unfortunately, she had a lot of panels that were like at 10 o'clock in the morning, and she had panels that were like coinciding with other panels that it was just, I couldn't find her. So Mika Burton, if you're watching, please, like, let's talk. Let's, like, I follow you on Twitter, like, I follow you on Instagram, like, can we just, like, and Markiplier, I really wanted to see Markiplier, God. I'm not trying to say that I am attracted to him, I'm just saying that he is what I think about late at night. Anyway, I really wanted to catch Markiplier and I didn't, so I'm hoping that I'll be able to catch him, I don't know, someplace else, some other convention, or maybe he'll return. He was at PAX 2015, and I saw him then, and hopefully 2017 I'll be able to see him and maybe I'll be able to get an interview. Fingers crossed. So yeah, overall PAX was PAX, super commercial, not geared towards the fans at all, too much VR, too early, the parties were super lame this year. But that doesn't mean that I'm not going back next year. I met some really amazing people. I met some really great new friends. The panel was an incredible experience, and it taught me how valuable it is to be visible in that space. It's very important to be visible in spaces in which you feel like do not represent you. It's important. Like, it's important for me to go to anime conventions and sci-fi conventions and book conventions and horror conventions. These things are very important because I don't feel represented in those things. So it's important to be there and show people I'm here and I matter and I have shit to say, and if you let me in, I would spend my money. But yeah, PAX 2016, it didn't kick my ass. I kicked its ass. So yeah. But for right now, I'm really tired. So I'm just gonna go to sleep. I'm just gonna hit the hay. I'm just gonna. You can turn off. You can do something else. You know. I mean, like, this is kind of, you know, have a good night. You know. You have to watch this. You could just go. Just go. 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 Try and go to sleep. Get out of here. Get out of my house. Get out of my house right now. Get out of my house. Get out of my Caucasian house. Okay. Bye.